race is underway. It's a clear start, and the boat that's gapped them is this ASL boat down here, this red boat with no markings on the mainsail. He's a clear leader. He's come across on port tack, but Coco is right in there, and he's got Herman. So those two boats are pretty much locked together. Coco in front to leeward, and Herman is to weather of him. He's got another boat underneath him. So here it goes, folks. This race right now, Herman got the advantage of that last race, but on the point score, with the final discard coming into play, Coco will drop a 4 and Herman will drop a 3. That's his worst race to drop. So they're all tied up still on 9 points going into this race. So still locked together. Whoever gets home in this one will take. And there's Johnny winning. Great start, but he's still behind Howie Hamlin. Howie Hamlin came off on starboard here. They come together. Howie's just pinching up, and he's through on Yandu. Coco, most inside boat here. Phil Airy come inside. There we go. He's father and son coming together, and you wouldn't read about that, would you? Look at Coco bearing away. He's got both of those boats. Sorry, that's Howie. That's Howie Hamlin. Holy moly! Howie was on starboard, and Herman was on port. So I think that bit of action right there is going to cost Appliances Online this regatta. Right there was the key moment, and Howie's in the tide, and these guys will be giving themselves uppercuts right now. In the meantime, Coco still clear, clean lane out there, heading out. Johnny winning to leeward of him, and Phil Airy to weather of him. What a day for the Pirates, right at the death. That's skiff racing for you, folks. So Howie Hamlin just getting underway again, and he'll be fuming. Had all the rights in the world there. Herman must have thought he was going to get across, and that's how critical it gets when the heat goes up in the kitchen. Some of the pots and pans fall off the stove, and we just saw a major incident that's going to decide this regatta. Okay, so around the top mark for the first time in the last race. Well, what a surprise. Michael Coxon. Another great start from those guys, and that looks like the pirate ship coming around, but I didn't see them do any turns after they put Howie Hamlin in the tide, port and starboard, plain and simple. So I don't know what sort of get-out-of-jail card those guys think they're going to use here, but Graham Cately was just saying they're probably going to make Howie take them to the jury room, which is not going to please anybody because everybody's got to get packed up and out of here. So there's a real drama, and Herman would not be happy on that boat, and nor would Howie, from what the outcome of that little come together was. But anyway, that doesn't make any difference. Race leader now is Coco, and those guys just see daylight in front of them and got a nice tidy break. So that what may well be the wrap up to this regatta, the 18-footer International, San Fran, 2010. So we're halfway down towards the gate mark now, and Coco was leading this charge down here, but Herman and the Pirates went out wider, and more current out there as we know, and he's on a hot one coming back. So it's going to be very close in this cross. Now, if these two boats come together for a collision, that would be really something. So they're lining each other up now. Herman's on starboard, Coco's on port. And these sort of crosses can get pretty hairy because you've got to throw the chute away, which unsettles everything, which is... So Herman's got his nose in front, but he's got a lot of talking to do. And right over his shoulder is the blue chute of Yandu. Yandu smoke down there. They got some good pressure, jibed in it and gone right out into the centre again. And CT Batten's Alex Valling's boat's going nicely right out wide. So he's in a good spot. He's fourth on the race course right now. And Howie Hamlin, who would be the most disappointed sailor out on the track at the moment, is way back in the pack. He's probably in about 8th position, 9th position, not a happy camper. So that's the race. There they go, through the gate for the first time down to Alcatraz. Phil Airy's guys smoking along here right in front of us. Going to take the long end of the gate on the shore side. Looking really nice. Going to have to jibe now to get off the shore, give themselves some room. And they go. All through, shoot through, hit the rack and out of there. Okay, so down the Alcatraz turn mark, plenty of heat down there. Coco is on approach, peeling his chute. Herman went in there with a chute on. I think he had to jibe back for it. So very close at that point. Now, we're just talking amongst ourselves. Coco wouldn't realise that there is an incident that's gone on, because Coco was clear of that when Herman and Howie came together. So Coco thinks he's in the battle of his life down there with Herman, but he doesn't know about the drama. So it's not a bad position to be in. Coco just has to sail hard and try and beat Herman home. But he doesn't realise. But the other thing is, CT Battens has come right up to those guys as well. So the jibe angles have been very important down there, and you just got to pick them right. And it seems like the guys that went out wider, got into that current, have done better than the guys that were inside, understandably. So there's the three boats heading back towards this gate mark, and we'll button on when they get closer. Okay, so here's the race for first place. Nip and tuck here. Pirates just a weather of Coco, and Coco's probably just a little bit advanced on him, but it's still Herman's advantage. But the big disadvantage for Herman is with Keith pushing them over towards us in the Robinson 44. Amazing pilot, that guy. There goes Coco. Coco doesn't know. I doubt very much if Coco knows that Herman's got a major problem on his hands. And but even so, Coco will still be feeling pretty happy, because if Herman was to go over the line first, Coco knows, or he should know, that that'd be a draw. And after the final discard, and they would win on a countback because of the number of first places they've had. They've had more bullets than Herman. Herman's had a very consistent card after his discards. He's had mostly ones and twos, but just a major blow up early in this race is definitely going to cost him. I don't think even if they went into the protest room, they would win that one. Who's to know? Whether Howie's got time to do it, that's another issue. But yeah, those guys were pretty wound up. They knew there was always going to be a lot of pressure with Coco, and the pressure mounted, and then there was an explosion. So that's our race. Johnny winning in the Yandu, John winning senior through the gate, and CT Battens, Alex Valens, very consistent performance from those guys out here. They've improved all regatta. Nice second yesterday in the bridge, and it'll be interesting to see when those Kiwi boats, Alex and Phil Airy and Graham Cately, when he gets his leg back in one piece, come over for the. And there's another couple of Kiwi skippers over there, Scotty Kennedy and others. I'm sure they'll turn up with 6 boats for the Giltinan. The Giltinan this year should be one hell of a regatta down in Sydney starting February. So we'll be covering that. Hope you come and join us for that one. So there goes our race. Coco coming back at Herman, and he's on starboard. So here we go again. So Herman just through, likes taking them on port tack. And the other thing we'd like to do now, because time's ticking away down here, we've got to catch a cab at 3:15, which is about 30 minutes away, to get out the airport to connect back to Sydney. We'd like to thank John Craig enormously in the race office in there, with Melanie and Jessica, who run this race for us every year. And at the same time, he's been running a fin regatta through this regatta of ours, and also he's about to start the World Gold Cup for fin sailors. That starts here tomorrow. So these guys do a lot of race management. It's an excellent club, an excellent venue, excellent racetrack. We just love coming over here and drowning ourselves in all this hospitality down at St Francis Yacht Club. So that's pretty much squared away our thank yous to those guys. Thanks also to Howie Hamlin and Keith, the pilot, getting us up in that nice little black chopper. That was a lot of fun yesterday. And Eric Simonson, who's our old mate, looks after us down here. Eric, thanks a lot for your help getting all the video and technical stuff backed up behind us.
No worries. I'd like to come down there and round up some kangaroos, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we've got a few of them. We won't miss a few thousand if you get trigger happy. Thanks, mate. Okay, so new leader. Coco got the better of the Pirates going up there. what a crew these guys are. They've applied themselves, well, we know they're great. Well, we know they're a great balanced crew, strength and ability. Coco, a very, very capable driver of these boats. Just got his nose in front of the Pirates, so that's probably poetic, given the amount of wins they've had and the fact that Herman probably, well, I shouldn't say he shouldn't be out there. If you're a bit hard, you probably might say that. But he might do his turns before he crosses the line. Not completely sure of how all those rulings go in 18-foot skiffs. But Johnny Winning has hauled into these guys. He's putting on a great dash to the finish, and that might just be enough for him to get the wood on Howie and get back on the podium for third place in this regatta. Herman on his way out. Coco coming down. Coco responds and drives off. The cover on the pirate ship, and they're heading for the gate for the last time. Wrap up the international 18-footers at San Francisco Bay. So through the gate comes Thurlow Fisher, hotly pursued now by John Winning, even over here riding on the club side of the gate. Herman Winning on a real hot one, hauling up to Thurlow. But John Winning's pulled right back into these guys. He's obviously got a job off this shore, but he's really hauling it down there, and he's got the better of Alex Valens well and truly now. So I think that'll be enough for Woody to climb back into third place in this regatta. Big Seal just surfaced in front of us while all this is going on. And poor old Howie Hamlin that got on the wrong side of that coming together with Herman is not sighted at this point. So he'll be a little bit dark about that. You can see in the distance there the two leaders, Thurlow Fisher, just about to peel that chute off and approach that turn mark. The last time around the Alcatraz mark for the 18-footer international. And the Pirates still hanging in there, but unfortunately, we know what the result's going to be for those guys. And Michael Cox and Aaron Links, Trent Barnabas, who are going to go on and take this trophy. And not surprising, but we've enjoyed immensely the battle between these two crews. And the battle between John Winning and Howie Hamlin. Unfortunately, Howie didn't have such a great experience at this regatta. He got bashed up a couple of times, but he managed to get a bullet along the way. He led that last race and didn't quite get there to get his second. So it's been excellent racing. Immense amount of drama yesterday with all the wind and the bay to bridge. Sorry, bridge to bridge. Get it right, Kilo. So this race is on its final lap or final beat to the back to the finish line. We're not sure if we're going to be here right at the death, but we'll hang out as long as we can. We've got a cab on its way. But thanks for coming with us this week. We hope you've enjoyed all the action from Simon's trusty camera. We've had a great time doing it. We've enjoyed immensely the experience in San Fran, all those little postcard shots that we've put on the front of the tapes. They were fun. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll be seeing you back down in town, and it won't be that long now. The racing starts, these boats get packed up, they'll be back down in the park in the second week of October when it all starts again. All the madness starts out of the Double Bay Park for another race season of 18-foot skiff sailing down Sydney Harbour. So they're on the way to the finish. We're going to stand by and just see if we can get enough. If they get up here quick enough, we'll be able to capture the vision of them going across. But if you don't get that, we'll say goodbye shortly. Ciao for now. Okay, so here comes Thurlow Fisher, the victor of the 18-footer international at San Fran this year, 2010. Great job, these guys. And Jessica's about to blow the horn, and there it is. Nice job, Jessica. Jessica from the race office here with Melanie and Johnny Craig. And nice job to be standing out in the deck. Walk out and finish a race. Walk back inside and have a cup of coffee. Great setup, these guys. And in second place in this regatta, They'll be discarding a disqualification, I'd say. But there's only one winner in this one, and it's Coco. Herman and the Pirates, they'd be very disappointed on what happened out there, but in any event, Coco was the victor fairly and squarely. He led them. They swapped the lead a couple of times, but when it mattered, there was that Thurlow Fisher Lawyer boat, and another great result for John Winning Senior in the Yandu. Noddy and Davey Gibson on the sheet, Noddy in the bow, about to cross in third position, which will lock third position in the regatta away. So it's 3 Aussie boats, Coco, Herman and Woody at the 18-foot international for this year. Great to see the Kiwi boats come over this year. 3 boats came over. 2 boats actually survived. The crew got smashed up, as we were saying. You saw Graham Catley explain what happened to him. It's pretty much like putting the whole fleet in a blender over there under the bridge yesterday, and when they turn it on, you don't want to be down the bottom near the rotor. And unfortunately, that's where Graham was. He got spat out and really gave his leg a big working over. So through comes CT Battens, Alex Vallings and the guys. Great second in the bridge yesterday. Excellent regatta for those guys, and Phil Airy has been shadowing him around all day, it seems, in these 2 races, but just couldn't quite get the better of the CT Battens crew. And nice job, those guys. And through they come. So we'll just wait here. We might be able to get the next boat through, which I think is Howie. We'll just see him finish, and then we're jumping in a cab and straight out of here. So through the line now comes Howie Hamlin, CST Bat, CST Composites, Matt in the bow and Fritz in the middle. Not one of their better regattas. Don't forget they won this regatta in a very tight fought competition last year, and this year they probably had to settle for 4th position out of all of that. Still good now. This guy Howie's about to take delivery of a brand new Munster hull, and the feeling is that Ewan McNichol will rig that boat, and we will see Howie down in Sydney come February for the JJ Giltman. So it's always great to see those guys. They're great competitors. So we look forward to that, Howie, and hopefully you get down early enough to be able to tune it up. So the next boat through the line is John O'Witty and the boys on the Panasonic. And that wraps it up. Thanks Simon Brown for coming over and shooting all of this. He's done an excellent job on all those little postcard clips and putting it all together with the music. Hope you enjoyed all that. So that'll do it, Simon. We're gone.